I just created this whole e-commerce web app within just barely 10 minutes. And then I actually went on and deployed this web app on a provided domain, and it's actually working quite good. Here's the card. For now, it is actually empty, but yes, it is working. And you can go to the notification section. Of course, everything is empty for now. As for this is my profile. Let's go back to home. So yep, the app is working completely fine. And I built that whole web app using Marblism. Marblism is an amazing AI no-code tool which can convert your natural language prompts into web apps. If you scroll on their website, you can see that what technologies they're going to use to build your web app. For front end, they're using Next.js. As for backend, there's Node.js. Database is going to be PostgreSQL. And as for authentication, they're going to use the JWT auth, as well as for API integration, OpenAI, amazing. As for emails, they're going to use MailJet, and payments are going to be handled with Stripe. As for file uploads, it's going to be with AWS S3. And as a developer myself, I know how amazing these technologies are. But you don't have to learn any of this tech. They are going to do everything for you by just entering a natural language prompt, and boom, your app will be ready. Now, one crucial thing that we should actually discuss before diving right into it is the pricing. In their pricing section, they have 3 different packs. One is a starter pack, the other one is a pro pack, and an elite pack. The free one is going to be a starter pack where you only get 100 marbles for starters and 2 apps generation. In the pro pack, you get 500 marbles and you get to have 10 apps generation. In the elite pack, you get 1500 marbles and you get 30 apps generation. Now, I must mention that it takes 50 marbles to generate one application. So this was the pricing, and you can just go with the starter pack, explore it. Later on, if you think this is it, you can just go with the pro pack or the elite pack according to your needs. So this was a brief intro of MarbleISM. Now let's actually dive right into the lab part and get started with actually building our own web app, just like the one in the start. Hi, this is your host Shamriz, and welcome back to Skill Curve. We're finally moving towards the practical part. And as you can see, we are at their website, MarbleISM. It is really easy to sign up with them and get started. And all you have to do is just describe your prompt here and it will generate your app. Now, I'm going to log in with my Google account. You can go on and create your account, but I'm going to go with my Google account. So let's go and click on Get Started here. And here you can either use your email to sign up with them, or you can use your Google. So I'm going to go with my Google account, just like that. And once you're done signing up, you will be directed to this page here, where you can actually create your very own app using natural language prompt. Now, one thing to notice here, as I've mentioned earlier in the intro, that you get 100 marbles for free if you're using the free plan. And it is going to cost you around 50 marbles to create one app. So which means that you can make 2 apps for free and they will be fully functional. Now, without further ado, let's actually get started with the project. So the project that I'm going to create is going to be about a marketplace, an e-commerce store for tech products. As for the name, I'm going to go with Tech Freaks for you. And for the project type, you can select whether it is a SaaS project, AI app, a marketplace, a social network, or an internet tool. So this one is going to be a marketplace. As for the description, I already have a description for my e-commerce app, but you can tailor your description according to your needs. As for me, I'm going to go with Tech Freaks. Let's just paste the whole description here. So Tech Freaks is an innovative online marketplace dedicated to providing a seamless and comprehensive shopping experience for tech enthusiasts and professionals alike. So this is the description about my marketplace. Now I can select whether I want the dark or the light theme. So I'm going to go with the light theme. And one more thing that I really want to mention here is that you can go to this link, which takes you to the prompt best practices, which means that you can tailor your prompt according to the best practices for this amazing tool. Now, for me, I have already tailored my prompt. I'm just going to hit next. Now, this is going to take a while, probably just 1 minute. So let's wait till then. So there you go. The description is all set. This is basically like a wireframe or a sketch of your website or web app. In the home section, you're going to see the following questions answered, like the following user stories. You can add more user stories, or you can even remove them, or you can even remove the whole section by just clicking here. I would suggest that you go thoroughly through these descriptions and tailor everything according to your need. Now, once you're done checking out all your description and everything is set, what you can do is just go on and hit next. Again, this might take a minute, and it's actually generating the data model and the schemas, which means that it just does not make the front end. It actually works with the backend as well and gives you a full-fledged app that you can run and deploy on your domain. And there you go, your data model is ready. Now we have around 11 tables that has been generated. The user table is going to have all of this information. It even shows that whether it is a primary key or a required field or not. And if you go with notifications, again, it shows you how it works and what are the entities in the data table. And there are around 11 tables here. These two are more like confidential stuff, so that's why there's a lock over here, which means that this table is set to not be modified by default. Now, if you want to go and change something inside categories, just click on change something here and you can change anything from these tables. But if you're satisfied with the results, then you can just go on and hit next, and you can go to the next phase of building your app with this amazing no code tool. Because I'm pretty much satisfied with all of this, just hit next and there you go. Everything is set. This might take up to 5 minutes according to them. And yep, it is actually generating the code base, which means that it is actually generating your code that you can later on edit or deploy and even hire a developer if you want to do more customizations. But honestly, you can do everything with Marbles. You won't be needing a developer or any knowledge of coding. So let's wait till it generates the code base and the pages for us. And there you go, everything is done. Now you can configure a few things, like if you want to give access to your code base to anyone over at GitHub. As for myself, I'm gonna add my own GitHub here because I want the access to my GitHub account. Just hit invite and it's gonna send a link to my GitHub and invite. Once I accept the invite, I will have the access to the codebase repo over at GitHub. And if you scroll down, you get a project ID and an API key. But the most important part is you can launch this inside a workspace, which is going to open up inside your browser where you can add it and work with your app. Now notice here, this is just the overview. If we go to the hosting part, you get the hosting details and the details about your domain if you want to go with the custom domain or you're good with the provided domain. So the hosting is going to cost you 10 marbles per day if you're using their hosting, and you can deploy this in production. And you can go with provided and custom domains. As I said earlier, here you can add your custom domain or you can go with their provided domain, which is going to be this. And at the end, you're going to have app.io. Now here are your environment variables and you can actually extract them and work with them locally if you want to. And the last part is the database backup. So if you ever back up your database ever in the future, you're just gonna go and see that here. As for now, there are no database backups, so it is empty. So this was all about hosting. So once you're done editing and finalizing your app, you can just go with deploy in production and it can deploy that at MarbleISM's hosting. Again, it's gonna cost you 10 marbles per day, so keep that in mind. As for now, I'm gonna go and just launch the workspace and show you how it actually looks. Let's go to the workspace now, and there you go. This is a preview of your app. As you can see, there's even a good logo of your app, which is TechFreaks for you. And you can just sign in with your admin credentials. And there you go. This is the initial look of your app. And the best part about this workspace is you get an editor, which means you can edit your code in VS Code inside your browser. You don't have to use local editors. And then you get the logs as well as the mail, where you get all the mails from your app. Then there's database in which you see all the data that is being populated, and this is a Postgres database and it is quite thorough. You can just go on, add extensions, there are plugins, you can work with different layers and stuff, which is really good. And if I go with the category table here, you can see all the dummy data that has been populated by itself, and here are the columns and their details. So it is really awesome how good their editor is. I'm really going to give it a 9.5 just for this workspace because it is just mind-blowing. Now, if you go to their homepage, you can see there are different filters here from where you can choose if you want to see the laptops or you want to go with the smartphone. And there are filters like sort by as well. You can even search something. And if you scroll down, you can list all your products here. Now, this is just the homepage. If I go to the cart section, you can see that there are a few dummy items that has been added to the cart and you can just click here and remove them. Quite good, right? And they even use this toast message here to give you a notification. Now there are different tabs like checkout, there is order history, there's seller dashboard and admin dashboard as well. So this means that this is a complete thorough application that you can work with. And again, you've logged in with the admin account. That's why you're seeing all the order history and seller dashboard. If you're just visiting their website, you won't be able to see this. And one more interesting thing is this notification tab here, because most of the time different no-code tools are not actually this thorough, but here you get the notification tabs from where you can see all the notifications. You can just remove them individually or you can just click on clear all and it will clear everything for you. Now, this was just an overview of a really basic application that we built within barely 10 minutes. And one more thing that I really want to mention here is that MarbleISM has this chat in which you can actually go on and describe everything in natural language, and it will make the changes to your app, which means you don't have to know coding or go to the editor and start editing your code here. You can actually just go to preview and just select one action here. For now, it's going to be update a page. You can add a page, you can update the layout, fix front-end issues, or edit the design system. So you can just go on and choose any of these tasks. For now, let's go with update a page, and you can select a page. Which page do you want to update? So let's say I want to update the cart page, and then you can just enter a natural language prompt and it will update the cart page for you. Isn't that amazing? And you get the history of what we have been doing with the chat and what updates did you make. Quite good. This no-code tool literally had me wondering what I've been doing over the years on learning development, working as a full-stack developer, building apps in Next.js and whatnot. But here you can build the same React apps with minimum effort. So that was a quick overview of MarbleISM for you, an amazing tool. And as said on their website, it is indeed a 0 to 1 in minutes. All in all, as a developer myself, I'm going to give it a 9.5 out of 10. And that wraps up our video for today. I hope this video was valuable. If you found this video insightful, hit that like button. Share your thoughts or experiences in the comments below. Ring the notification bell to never miss out on our daily updates. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in our next video, where we'll continue to curb your skills with the latest tech. Till then, stay curious and keep exploring.